Ah, hello home bakers and welcome to another edition of Words from a Squeaky Desk with me, your host, Jack Sturgis, otherwise known as Bake with Jack, although my first name is not Bake, my middle name is not With, and my actual name is Jack, not Jake, and I know it would have been better, but what can you do? Oh, you guys like maths, don't you? Or should I call it math? That was a big debate in the last comments box of video number 211. It's all in there, all of it. I've hand-selected a hand-selected selection of your selected comments to respond to the only way that I know how. So let's have a look, shall we? David Wiener. Hi, David. It's a lot simpler to divide the target dough weight by the initial dough weight. Don't go away. Don't go away because my reading is slow. It's a lot simpler to divide the target dough weight by the initial dough weight to get the factor 1.2 and then just multiply each ingredient by a factor. 500 grams of flour times 1.2 equals 600 and so on. Yes, David, it is. That's the next logical step in the journey, isn't it? Instead of my way. Interesting, isn't it, how everybody works math out in a different way. Goat tactics. Hi, Goat. Scaling a recipe, I'm assuming that's your first name. Scaling a recipe down or up is exactly why we use baker's percentages. First, add up the baker's percentage of each ingredient, then take the total dough amount in grams, divided by the total baker's percentage, divided by 100, the flour weight for the desired dough, and then just go down the line of each ingredient using the baker's percent. It's easy once you've done it a few times. Yes, it is. Baker's percentages are useful. Maybe we'll do a video on that as well. Yes, you are right. What I found fascinating about this, why I selected these out, is because everyone's got their own different way of doing maths that works for them and that makes more sense logically to them. Isn't it interesting? Everyone's got their own way. This is the wonderful thing about maths. Maths is a wonderful thing. If anyone gets that reference, drop it in the comments. Chris W. Someone may have to explain to me why you changed the amount of water, 320 grams, down to 310. It's because I've got the math wrong. The recipes you have in your book and website says 320 grams of water. Great video though. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, a few people picked up on this. 310 grams of water. It's because in my standard yeasted bread simple sandwich loaf recipe that you'll find in Bread Every Day in the original website as well, has 50 grams of wholemeal flour in, whereas one I was using as a demonstration, as the example, had 100% white flour with no brown, hence the slight reduction in water. That's why. Stephen Sun. Hi Jack, the question is unrelated, but why won't my sourdough bread go brown in the toaster? I have to push it down for a second time to get it to go brown. It's because it's sourdough. And they take a little bit extra toasting. Now I talk a lot about time and how time brings amazing flavour and amazing texture to final bread. Sourdough is made with maximum time. It's the extreme scenario. And because of all the time, it holds on to all the moisture. Or the flour soaks in the water for so long, really hydrates itself. And when you bake it, the final baked bread holds on to its moisture even better, allowing it to last even longer and become a more moister eat. I hate when people say eat. That's a good eat. Makes me, oh. That's why, because it holds on to its moisture better. It's sourdough bread. It takes more toasting. It's just part of the game. Nothing's gone wrong with it. Stephen, it's all cool. Mark B. Another one on video 211. Silly me. I just baked different dough weights till I was happy with the loaf. Yes, Mark. If you don't like maths, you don't want to do maths, or math, sorry, then yeah, of course, that tactic works for you too, as it works for me. If you went to the website to find your cheat sheet with the calculations on, you will have seen right at the bottom, if you scroll to the bottom, was a little paragraph entitled, What I Actually Do. I don't, personally, work out the dough weight on the tin. I just don't do that. And I know there are parts of the bread making process that appeal to us all, and I am quite particular about things. Although doing things backwards like that, it's interesting to me, but it's not on my radar in terms of practicality. So what I actually do, if I have a tin that's bigger than my other tin, is I will make double the amount of dough, guess the amount to put it in the tin, and make rolls out of the rest. Yeah? And then I'll write it down somewhere so I know I've got that information. Doing this amount of maths is fun for me, but I don't do it in a practical sense. So nice one, Mark B. Yeah, just bake different dough weights until you're happy with it. Because after all, we're here for the long-term journey, aren't we? JK Lockwood, subscriber. Hi JK. Maybe it's just me, Jackie, but multiplying the tin pan volume by 0.6 or 60% is more straightforward than dividing by 1.78. By the way, thrilled to see the old Crayola easel blackboard. Cheers. Oh, it was nice to get the blackboard out again, wasn't it? I really enjoyed it just for that video. Yes, JK, you can do that too. Much of a muchness is the phrase in England. Is that an English phrase? 6 of one, half a dozen of the other is the other phrase that's probably relevant. Yeah, same thing, but in a different way, which is nice. This is like countdown. Guru says another thing. Does the magic number work without a base recipe? Can one use it to determine the total amount of dough to later create a recipe using baker's percentages? Yes, you can, and I highlighted this because Elynne responded, and it's really lovely to see you chatting to each other in the comments, because I can't get to all of your comments. This is why I do stuff like this. What is really pleasing here is that some of you jump in there and help each other out, which is really lovely. So nice one. Thank you very much, Guru, and thank you very much, Elynne. Let's shout out your super thanks, which are always received with my eternal gratitude. Thank you very much. The fact that someone would press a button and donate a little bit of money to say thank you is unbelievable. LG, thank you very much, LG. Linnet, 1967. Just gave away your age. Thank you very much. Sandy H, thank you very much, who left a comment on 210 talking about no-knead recipes and the difference between them. And this is worth a mention too as well, by the way. I went through about 6 months of stretch and fold, then coil folds. Currently I'm loving lamination, stretching out the huge flat sheet. It just thrills me. Nice one. So far I've gotten the best product from coil folds, but Jack, I love the message to find the process product combo that does it for you. Your videos ring of common sense that I needed to surface from the highly technical rabbit hole I've fallen down. Thank you. I get it. It's very easy to look at the tiny, tiny things and fall down rabbit holes, especially here in these days with the internet. What is it? Infinite possibilities, which is another reason why I'm creating the Home Bakers Club, which I think is going to help. Thank you, Sandy. You're very, very kind. Morrison341, thank you very much for your super thanks. Jessica Litwin, thank you very much. I'm happy to be of service. Hazel Limage, this is sorcery of the most welcome kind. Thank you very much, Hazel. Something appealing about math. Thomas Rosier, thank you very much for your super thanks. And Kristen Campbell, who is new, so welcome. And you ordered my book. Very excited for its arrival. Thank you very much. I hope you love it when it comes. Thank you for your super thanks. It's really kind of you. And thanks for everyone for being here. Hope you enjoyed this little rundown of a few little selected comments, and let's do it again sometime. I'll be back with more bread tips very, very soon. Bye-bye.
Now get off your ass, let's do some math. See ya.